two questionnaires as diagnostic tools in my team coaching. The first diagnostic tool is the team health check. The team health check has 4 themes. Each theme is broken down into 2 segments. So there is direction, which is broken down into outward focus and shared direction. Commitment to results, broken down into focus on results and challenge. Ownership, broken down into accountability and commitment. And conditions for success, broken down into feeling trust and high quality thinking. I'm going to briefly show you from my case study team coaching example that I've been using throughout the video series, the results from that team. And what you're seeing here is a measurement of agreement amongst the team about how they perform in each of these 4 areas. So the numbers on the outer area of the circle, in the white area, for direction, for example, you can see they got 4 out of 10. So the team agreed on 4 of the questions in that section out of a possible 10 questions. And even more interestingly, if you look at the purple and pinky section, that in outward focus they got 0 out of 4, agreement and shared direction 4 out of 6. So this team has got a lot that it needs to talk about in order to come to a common agreement about how it's working as a team and how it wants to work as a team. So this diagnostic tool gives you a sense of the specific areas in which this team needs to work together to come up with a collective sense of what the priorities are for improvement. The second diagnostic tool I use is the RIF 6-factor scale of psychological well-being. And I've chosen this tool because I have a huge commitment to well-being for my clients, and because there is a direct correlation between high performance and well-being if you want improvement to be sustainable in the long term. And I use the well-being and performance matrix as my framework for thinking about the correlation between performance and well-being. So you can see vertically there is a relationship between low performance and high well-being in one quadrant, low performance and low well-being in the second quadrant, high performance and low well-being in the third quadrant, and the fourth quadrant is high performance, high well-being. And generally I move my teams from one area of the quadrant to another, and I'll talk to you a little bit more about that in a moment. But the ideal is for your clients, your teams, to be in the top right quadrant, the flourishing, sustainable, high performance quadrant. So this table shows the individual results from the questionnaire measuring well-being, and this is well validated, internationally validated questionnaire which has been established for decades as a measure of psychological well-being. You can see the factors down the left hand side. There are individual scores for each factor and then a total, and I just want to draw your attention to the totals. The team leader is A1 and she has the highest well-being measure, and the other members of the team vary in degree of well-being, but none of them are as high as the team leader. So one of the key questions I asked the team leader is what she could do in terms of giving feedback to the rest of the team that might have the result of raising their well-being by highlighting their strengths and looking at how the strengths of the individuals complement each other, which is an important part of defining a team. The way that I assimilated the two sets of information that I got from the two diagnostic tools that I've described to you is I placed my team in the distressed but functional quadrant of the well-being and performance matrix. And my aim was to move them into the flourishing, sustainable, high performance quadrant of the matrix. And in order to do that, we developed an action plan. That action plan I shared with you in video 1. So I hope that gives you a little bit of insight into the diagnostic tools that I use and the reasons why I use them.